Hey guys, it's Will, Vinyl Appreciation Society. As you probably know, because I talk about it a lot on this channel, Smashing Pumpkins is my favorite band, and their album Machina turned 20 years old on February 29th of 2020. And so we've been doing this series called Ultimate Playlist, where I make a 10-track playlist for an artist, and I link to the playlist in the description of the video if you're watching on YouTube. And then I sequence it as I believe it should be sequenced, and you can go and listen to it and check it out. Let me know what you think. Drop your 10-track ultimate playlist for the band in the comments. I do 10 tracks because I think that's a really great length for not going too long, but giving you enough space to really explore a band or an aspect of a band. So this is my first ever themed episode of Ultimate Playlist. Previously we did Stretch Armstrong, we did Hatebreed, and it was just a whole career. 10 songs that I think represent the band. So today I'm doing a 10-track ultimate playlist of the Machina era in the Smashing Pumpkins, which would be Machina, The Machines of God, the commercially released record that came out in 2000, and then Machina 2, which was basically bootlegged by the band because the label refused to put it out. And so I'm just going to read you my my track listing here. It's sequenced as I believe it should be listened to, and there will be a link to the playlist if you want to go check that out in the description of this video. And that's about that, so let's get into it. At number 1, I have Wound. This is an album track from Machina, and it's one of the popular, kind of more melodic tracks on the album that I think has a really, there's a really raw emotional quality, whatever you want to call it, to Machina. And I think that that is one of the standout aspects to that record, is the emotional stakes are so high and the emotions are so intense on that record. And I think this is a great way to lead into that. At number 2, I have Stand Inside Your Love, which is a single from the record. It's a pretty well-known song. It's just such a great song, and I think it flows really well from Wound. I was screwing around with the ordering of this playlist a lot before we came into the studio to shoot this video, and it just works so well, the way they flow into each other. So next I actually have Eye of the Morning, which is the track on Machina that comes after Stand Inside Your Love. So I'm kind of cheating because I'm stealing the album sequencing here, but Eye of the Morning is such a great song. It's a kind of a classic Smashing Pumpkins song. It has this big build at the end with amazing drums from Jimmy Chamberlin, and it's a very romantic, very melodic song, and it has this very prominent kind of watery sounding bass. It almost reminds me of like The Cure or something like that. At number 4, I have Glass and the Ghost Children. This is maybe the most epic studio recording ever by the Smashing Pumpkins. It's 10 minutes long. It's divided into sections. It has this kind of like jazzy, psychedelic quality to it that also, it kind of touches upon Pink Floyd, and it's a very far out, psychedelic, very deeply emotional, it's almost like a space anthem. You know, it's like you're being transported to a different world and enveloped in that music for the duration of that track. And so the way I sequenced this basically is I saw it kind of introducing the world of these albums through Wound, and then building in intensity and emotional stakes through Stand Inside Your Love, Eye of the Morning, and then when you get to Glass and the Ghost Children, you just have this huge epic that you're completely enraptured in. And then at number 5, I have Speed Kills. This is on Machina 2. This has just really incredible guitar work. It's kind of a mid-tempo rocker that's tuned down. It's very like crunchy, kind of heavy guitars, but it's also a very emotional song. And I think that it flows well from the emotional, poppier stuff that I front-loaded the playlist with into some of the heavier stuff that we're moving into. It's a good transition song. And number 6, Cash Car Star. This is one of the heaviest songs I think the Pumpkins recorded in that era. Obviously with Zeitgeist, they got really heavy, but this is a really heavy, really fast song. They actually performed it on Leno on what I think was their last ever television performance before they broke up for the first time. And it's fast. The drums are crazy. It's got super heavy riffs on it. It's a really awesome song. Next, we have Dross. I absolutely love this song. They've been busting out this one out live recently, actually. They played it live a couple times, and I think 2018 or 2019. It's just like heavy, riffy. It sounds like something that would be on the Zero single from the Aeroplane Flies High. So like it would fit really well alongside like Mouths of Babes, Marquee and Spades. It's like a mid-tempo, riff-heavy, like rock song with some great melodies. I really love that track. At number 8, I have the Imploding Voice. This is again on the commercial release of Machina, and I've always loved this song. It's just such a great song. It's really it's heavy. Not in that it's aggressive or super like doomy or anything like that. It just has very heavy, down-tuned guitars, but it has a tremendous melody. And it kind of combines those two aspects of Machina, where they were pushing the heaviness to the extreme, but they're also writing really great pop songs. At number 9, I have This Time. And so we're kind of just basically like building up and then bringing it back down the playlist. This Time is another one of those really emotional kind of poppier songs with those really high emotional stakes that I think really embody what this album is about. And then finally at number 10, actually, so the song I put at number 10 is the song that is on there's a lot of fan-made playlists envisioning what Machina would have been if the label had let Billy Corgan put out the double album that he wanted to put out. And on almost all of those, this song is the first song. It's called If There Is a God, and there are 2 versions of this. There's the piano version and the guitar version, and I have the guitar version here. At number 10, kind of wrapping everything up. So that is my Smashing Pumpkins Machina era 10-track ultimate playlist. Let me know what yours is. Let me know what other artists or eras and bands' histories that I should be focusing on for ultimate playlist if you're interested in this show and what else we could be doing with it. My name is Will. This is Vinyl Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.